Hey guys, it's Mike with another video for Canine Revolution Dog Training. Just before I get into this video, I just wanted to clear something up, and that's that on this YouTube channel, on my Facebook page, on my website, generally you're going to hear me talking a little more about punishment than anything else, and the reason for that is not because I enjoy punishing dogs or anything like that. It's because the majority of the time when somebody's coming to a trainer for help, it's because they're experiencing bad behavior with their dogs or unwanted behavior with their dogs that they can't stop, and they don't know how to stop it. And the way to stop bad behavior is not through redirection, not through praise or food or reward or anything like that. That's actually how you reinforce the bad behaviors. The way you stop unwanted behaviors is by applying an effective punishment. Once that part of the training is done, and that's the quickest part of it, that's only like less than 1% of what dog training is. The vast majority of it, 99.9% of it, is training new good behaviors, acceptable behaviors, which involves a lot of repetition, a lot of rewarding with food or praise. So, in this video, somebody actually asked me in one of my posts, what's a bonker and how do you use it? So this is a bonker. It's a rolled up towel. It's held together with 2 elastics. Costs nothing. You can make one very easily. It's a cotton towel. Okay? It's not a baseball bat. It's not a tire iron. It's not a crowbar. It's a cotton towel. Okay? How you use this is, for example, with Olivia, she used to bark at anything and everything on the TV. It could be a dog barking on the TV. It could be a cartoon animal. It could be a person. It didn't matter. She would bark at it. So this is how we stopped it. First of all, when you are applying a punisher, or when you're interacting with your dog in general, always remain calm. You're not getting upset. You're not angry. Don't yell and scream. It doesn't work. You probably know. The dog doesn't really know what it means, doesn't really care. I used to do it before I learned all this. Scream until you're blue in the face. The dog doesn't care. It's going to keep doing what they're doing because there's no consequence. So, whenever you're interacting with your dog, if you're training or if you're applying a punisher for unwanted behavior, always remain calm. You're going to mark the bad behavior or mark the unwanted behavior with a no, just neutral no, just like that. You're going to mark the behavior 1-2 seconds, then apply the punisher. So for an example with Olivia, what we did to stop her barking at the TV, she would be laying there, sleeping or awake, doesn't matter. Something would happen on the TV that would spark or trigger her response or patterned response, because it became a patterned behavior. It was her natural reaction to it. Something happens on the TV, head comes up, eyes open, she's staring. That's the moment. That's when she's loading, and the window was very narrow. She could go from head down sleeping to full out barking and running at the TV in a matter of seconds. So the key here is to recognize the signs of loading and act at the right moment. You have to get it early in the sequence. If you wait too long till the dog starts barking, yes, it can sort of work, but it may not. If you get it early, when the dog begins to load, it's going to work a lot better. It's going to be a lot more effective. So, Olivia's laying there, something comes on the TV, she perks up, starts staring at the TV, ears perk up, forehead wrinkles. No. So you can hear how hard that hit the floor. You If you have a large breed dog, throw this as hard as you can. Back of the head, back of the neck, or shoulders. Typically back of the head, back of the neck. That's gonna be the most effective. No, it's not gonna hurt the dog. It's not gonna give them brain damage. It's not gonna give them a concussion. Dogs have thick skulls, let me tell you. Our dog Moses, he split my lip once just going like this, and I wasn't ready. I wasn't expecting it. Just bam! And he didn't even feel it, I'm sure. So, if you have a smaller dog, obviously you're going to scale down your throw. If you have a Chihuahua, no, I'm not going to throw this as hard as I can, because that could actually hurt the dog. You don't want to do that. But if you have a mid to larger breed dog, huck this thing. Back of the head, back of the neck. I'm hitting myself with it. It's a towel. It doesn't hurt. It's just going to be really uncomfortable for the dog in that moment. And that's what you want to do. You want to overwhelm the dog when they're in the beginning of that thought process of something's on the TV, I'm going to go get it, I'm going to bark. That's what you want to stop. Once you do that, then you can start patterning the new behavior, and the word no, that mark, that becomes extremely effective, to the point where there will be times where you don't have to follow up with a punisher and the dog will still stop what it's doing, because it knows, it never knows when you have to, especially in the beginning when you're trying to stop unwanted behaviors, you have to follow through. If you don't, the dog's going to be like, yeah, but you don't do it all the time, so I'm going to chance it. No, you do this every time, especially at first. Then over time, the command no becomes very powerful and very effective, that even when the dog is in a fairly heightened sense of, or heightened state of arousal or loading, that can break them out of it. But that's the Bonker. That's how you use it. It costs nothing. It's one of the best tools, best training tools for stopping unwanted behaviors. You can use this when you're on a walk. You have your dog heeling beside you. Somebody starts coming towards you, and you know your dog is leash reactive, and you know it's typically, in the past, almost every time, lunges at somebody. Set it up. Have a person come towards you. Have your dog beside you, and you watch your dog. You watch for the signs of loading, and the moment it starts, no. The dog is gonna be like, whoa, like, what the heck? That really sucked. And that's what you have to do. You have to make it really suck to even think about exploding or lunging or barking. Then the dog starts to learn the next time they see somebody, I'm going to leave them alone. It's not worth it. It wasn't nice. It really sucked the last time I thought about doing that, so I'm just going to ignore it. And I've seen firsthand, I've seen this happen. I've seen how well this works. And it's definitely worth it. If you have a dog that barks at stuff in the house, at all kinds of behaviors, if it charges the front door when the doorbell rings, or somebody comes up the walkway or something, use that sequence. The earliest sign of arousal or loading, no, bonk. It works. And that's it. That's how you use it. Hope this was helpful. I'll be doing another video on the prong collar and my mind just drew blank. The remote collars. I'll be doing a video on those two things coming up in the near future. Thanks again for watching. See you in the next one.